All right, y'all, what's up, man? March the 17th, 2025. We locked in. Welcome to the podcast with Soul. Podcast with Soul, Astigmatism in My Soul. Gonna be publishing myself nor my son. Do we wish to slabble? Do we wish to slander, libel, or defame anybody, or to cause anybody any kind of harm? What we are going to be talking about today is public records, publicly available court documents, hearings and testimony that's available online to anybody in the world. It's all public. You can get it on pacer.gov. Now, make sure you follow me on Spotify. If you're watching this on YouTube and you got Spotify too, you can listen and watch. Spotify, you could do both now. The podcast was sold on Spotify. The podcast was sold on Instagram. Now, 50 Cent put up a post yesterday on his Instagram. Go to 50 Cent's Instagram. He put up a post. This is it. It's got Tammy Cowins on the post. Then you swipe to the right, and there's a text message exchange between 50 Cent and Tammy Cowins about Big Meech. You could go read it for yourself, but this is what it says. The first person asked, Tammy, did Meech know you were providing information when he was in Jessup Penitentiary? Now, Jessup, I don't think Jessup is a USP. I think Jessup is an FCI. But this person is just literally just trying to say in prison. Tammy Cowins replies back, yep. Well, in Jessup is when I met DEA for Terry White, Mr. Jack Harvey. This is when discussion started on he wish he could tell or give me something to help him get out, but his name couldn't be attached, meaning Big Meech. They would kill him because of who he is. This is when I first told Jack Harvey if Meech tell him where the money is at, could they give him a 15-year time cut? Feds came back and said no, they will give him a 10% reward. Meech said, fuck that, the money rotten first. During Jessup is when he told me to go to Jack Harvey. He provided me the name Jack Harvey. Now, that's the text message between, I'm assuming it's 50 Cent and Tammy Cowins, right? Now, Cuffy texted me this morning, and let me read that for you. Yo, Sean, I heard about one of your posts about Tammy Cowins and Meech being in a conspiracy with me, and both should be indicted. Just for future references, a government informant like Tammy Cowins can't be indicted for actions that she performed for the government. Now, for Meech not to be indicted means that he too was cooperating, although Meech is not a paid government informant like Tammy Cowins, also known as CS1. He would have had to proffer information in exchange for a lighter sentence. So to explain the post 50 Cent posted yesterday, the government can give legit time cuts to individuals who turn over monies. Here's where that post is most important. Number one, that process is only done through an attorney, not an informant. And the agent, now remember that name, Jack Harvey. All the niggas on the many BMF indictments know that name. Like I explained to you previously, many times when niggas lose out in trial or get to prison and see that this shit is real, they contact the agent on their case to start cooperating. Yo, Sean G, you got to educate your listeners. Yo, laugh out loud, free Cuffy. Now, we went over last week. Was it last week, or it may have been the earlier part of this week? Today's Monday. No, it was last week. Excuse me. Let's go to the redacted transcript excerpt of Volume 2 of the Franks hearing dated October 18th, 2016, United States of America versus Dion Lamont Gatlin. All right? It's a 74-page document. I'm on page 46. Jack Harvey is being cross-examined by Stephen Welby, who is the attorney for Lorenzo Gibbs. Stephen Welby, question. This Terry White case, you said that she contacted you about that case. Am I correct? Jack Harvey, yes. Stephen Welby, how did she do that? Jack Harvey, well, it was a little convoluted. She had first told another individual about the situation she had gotten into with White and how she wanted to sort of get away from that situation. And she asked his advice as to whether this person thought she had broken the law. And that person told her, yeah, you did. You stepped in it. You better try to get out of that. And this, now, that person that she talked to was an ex-con and knew me. And he gave her my name. And he called me and said, hey, expect a call from this lady. And she later did call me. Now, Jack Harvey, I make the best coffee ever, man. This is my third cup of the day. That's my third cup. Now, this testimony, this is sworn testimony under oath by Jack Harvey at the Franks hearing, at the Cuffy Franks hearing, where he describes to a T exactly spot on what 50 Cent posted on his Instagram yesterday in a text message exchange with Tammy Cowins. Jack Harvey refers to the individual that sent Tammy Cowins to him as an ex-con. That wouldn't be correct because in 2016, Big Meech was still in prison. But there's no doubt in my mind that Jack Harvey was, he was protecting him or not giving full disclosure, right? I don't think he could have got on the stand and said, yo, Big Meech talked to Tammy Cowins and told her to call me, and then Big Meech called me on the phone, and then that's how I got in touch with Tammy Cowins about the Terry White case. I don't think he could disclose that, right? And he didn't. Obviously, he called him an ex-con. Now, let's keep reading. So when you said that she contacted you, she called you on the phone? Well, Jack Harvey, well, just to set up the meeting was in person. Stephen Welby. At the DEA office, Jack Harvey at the DEA office. Stephen Welby. It wasn't at her house or anything weird like that? Jack Harvey. No. Stephen Welby. She came into the office and met you after calling you on the phone. Jack Harvey. Yes. Stephen Welby. And the information that she had been given prior to calling you is that she had broken the law. Jack Harvey. Well, yes, that was her concern. Stephen Welby. And that person with whom she spoke, you better do something to get out of this. Jack Harvey. I honestly believed his motivation was to cause some trouble for Terry White so that maybe he could himself further his relationship with Tammy Cowins. That's just my speculation with the informant or Tammy Cowins. In other words, he was a rival for her affection, I believe. Stephen Welby. So when you testified earlier that she believed that she needed to get herself out of this, that's what you're describing, that this guy had put that in her brain. Jack Harvey. Yes, but I'll be honest. I right away told her that that's not something she probably would have been prosecuted for, mainly because Terry White himself wasn't under active investigation at that time. The Terry White case began with CS1 or Tammy Cowins. So this Jack Harvey testimony matches spot on with the text message that 50 Cent posted on his Instagram yesterday. Just go on Instagram and follow 50 Cent, and it's like the second post on the page, and you can see it. So I just wanted to, and I covered this last week, but I needed to revisit it because 50 Cent posted that post yesterday, and it's a spot on match. It's a spot on match. And this pretty much, how do you explain, how does Big Meech explain this away? How do you explain this away? Here you have a text message where Tammy Cowins is offering the information that's exactly spot on with what Jack Harvey testified on the stand at the Franks hearing, and she definitively and expressly references his name in the text message. I got some more content coming soon. We're still going to continue on with the Keith Cromer cross-examination at the Franks hearing, and I also have St. Louis DEA agents being cross-examined at the Franks hearing. So stay tuned. Shout out to all my new subscribers. What else I want to tell y'all? Make sure you share and subscribe, and I'll holler at y'all later. Peace.